Hey, what is up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5 The Phantom X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and going over Hatsune Miku and seeing if she is dupe heavy. Now, what this means is pretty much investing into her awarenesses. Is it really wise to go ahead and just keep her at A0 or A1 being a low investment, or does she need to be higher? Now, I've had this question quite a lot, whether it's been on stream or where it's been literally in my comment sections. So I'm going to go ahead and address it in a video format. So if you guys like videos like this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get to talking about it. Now, Hatsune Miku recently came out, I want to say last week, of course, and a lot of us are starting to get used to her and actually get used to how she plays. But the main question that we've been having recently is this character really needed for a ton of dupes, or can she be used at just A0 level? If you want a TLDR of how this video is going to go here, the first thing I can tell you guys is no, she does not need dupes. She's not dupe heavy. You can actually use her at the A0 format, to some extent A0 4-star, and be perfectly fine. Now, I do heavily advise you guys to get the 5-star weapon. I'll have a video out exactly for why, but of course, she is a character that can be used at an A0 format. Now, for those of you guys who want a longer reasoning why, let's go ahead and check into it. For the character herself at A0, she's able to literally have her whole kit there, which is perfectly fine. The A0 itself is pretty much the same. During battle, Miku is able to change not only the battle scenery and the song, but during her allies' turns, her skill effects are going to be based on a song played. With these said skill effects, they will have different songs based on the current song that's being switched. And then whenever you're using Feel the Beat or a clear sound on different songs, you end up gaining the said track and the effects from said track, which will be absolutely amazing. This is all you need to really just work with Miku herself. Pretty much it's just her full kit, and that is perfectly fine with this character. Many of us figured that she would be exactly like the twins, where we needed to have like A1 to make her actually functional, to actually make her a high tier character, which just isn't the case. A lot of people have really thought this was going to be kind of that main deal for people, and it's just not that often. And then with this in mind too, of course, with the awarenesses, there are some people who would argue with the A1 being a needed deal. Go ahead and check out the A1 itself. The A1 is allowing you to gain at least a skill amplification by 15%. And whenever virtual concert is activated, it will reset highlight cooldowns as well as increase highlight and 3rd final damage amplification. Now, this is a huge deal. It doubles the rate itself, and it actually can make a lot of things a lot better for Miku herself. But at the same time, I do believe this is more like an additional. It definitely is one that you would like to have, but if we look at the overall play of the character, you still would end up doing the same rotations, and you would still end up playing the character virtually the same. There's nothing absolutely different with this character, making her more of a character that is bound to the free-to-plays who are very, very nice to kind of like, you know, just deal with what you got. A0 is honestly all you need with this, and the A1 makes that pretty darn prevalent. Now, of course, if you're any person who wants to have a little bit more fun with the character, as well as do like a lot of things such as competitions, such as SOS and Guild Boss, A1 is going to be something that you want to strive for, and that is the highest I would end up recommending anyone. Though, if you want to go above and beyond, her A2 does just that. We can look at the A1 and immediately see this is where most of us are going to end up stopping. This is all we need to have here. But the A2 itself, it starts to be a little bit more ignorant. What I mean by this is because whenever we're doing virtual concert, which is going to be activated on her skill 3 for some of you guys who do not know here, pretty much whenever this is activated, it will grant you all the effects of Feel the Beat and Clear Sound for 2 whole turns. Alongside of this, whenever it is activated as well, the party's final damage amplification is increased by 8%. Now, to some people that may not sound like much, but that's because you don't know exactly what is actually being boosted here. If we go ahead and look at everything that's being boosted here, remember, both Feel the Beat and Clear Sounds have their own songs. Each one of these songs, when you're using said skill, are going to obviously give you a certain skill pattern. Being with Heaven, we're able to heal if we have this actually on the skill 2. If we're on Spring Storm, we're able to increase our party weakness damage. If we're on Play with Fire, we're able to, of course, increase our critical rate. And the same goes with the first skill itself. If we go ahead and use this, we're able to obviously get critical damage up. Then if we go to Play with Fire, we're able to easily get ourselves some critical damage. Whoa, sorry, I read that wrong. My apologies. With Play of Fire, we're able to get the critical damage up. With Spring Storm, we're able to get our other party's damage up itself, which is just damage bonus. And then with Heaven, we're able to get up our attack and pierce rate as well. Now with the A2, this pretty much just says, yeah, all those effects on your skill 3, or at least the skill 1 and skill 2, they can be triggered during the skill 3. The skill 3 ahead of time only took what you were able to play to pretty much go ahead and implement it on the skill 3. Now you're able to get every last one of those effects at once inside of the skill 3, which is going to have the ghost roll track. That is a huge bonus. That is a huge buff that is allowing you to deal the most you can deal with this character, which is why A2 is so sought out for if you're being competitive. If you're not being competitive in any way or form at this point, I wouldn't suggest going for it. It is very nice to actually have it, especially for the extra final damage amplification, but I don't think it's really I have to seek out for it as a free-to-play or load spender. If you're more in that middle range, then yeah, sure, go for the A2. The A2 is pretty darn good, but she's not really the high duplicate character that you really do need to really seek after that A2. Anything up above here is pretty much self-explanatory, where this character only gets more broken. At the A4, obviously, whenever she's activating a highlight or 3rd-G, she increases your attack by 25%, which is pretty darn nice. But the next big one is going to be the A6. This is more for you people who are like going insane out here for investing, and these are the whales. So at the end of the day, y'all know who you are. I don't really have to explain this all too much. But whenever her virtual concert ends, she is able to make all foes take a fixed amount of almighty damage equal to 100% of each target's total damage taken during the virtual concert. So any amount of damage that we dealt during her skill 3, aka that virtual concert, she's able to take a decent bit of that and use it as almighty damage, pretty much just dealing damage to everybody around her, which is actually insane when you think about it. But we are more or less steering this only to the whales, so I'll let them have that torch. They know exactly how dupe heavy that's going to be, but in all honesty, it's not like the end all be all. Granted, if you're going to go ahead and go for this character here, duplicate wise, I would say she is very much so not a dupe heavy character. A0 works perfectly fine. If you want to go the extra mile, A1 is just as good. And then of course, if you're just being the tryhard, A2 is just as good. Nothing is locked behind a paywall hardcore with this character, which is what makes her insanely nice. So I feel like a lot of you guys will probably enjoy that as well. But if you did like the video, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Consider, as always, staying tuned to other videos as well. This is helping me out a lot. And today is the last day of our giveaway. So if you have not signed up on our giveaway for a easy P4 revival copy here, you might want to go ahead and look at that. It is going to be the collector's edition, so keep in mind, you might want to try to get it when you can. But we'll try to be announcing the characters, I want to say, or at least the winner, I want to say tomorrow on Tuesday afternoon, if I can line it up with Exciter, because he does want to be there when it comes down to everything as well. So look forward to that as well, you guys. But thank you guys for watching the video, and peace on out.